The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year. They rolled through and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
On the set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And the Rams at 6-3 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run on first down with Evans. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mason. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible when we watched it happen.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
You talk about this Rams defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
13 yards there and a Niner first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at a yard.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here we go with McCaffrey. I think he went backward. He did. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's second and 10.
Ready.
Now they run. It's Mason. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Here now a third down and 8.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now they'll shift things around. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 40 here.
Right back to him on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Second and 7.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's a loss of 4, and now it's second and goal.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. A dump off for Mason. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Purdy. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready, set.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw here. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to build up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're going to look to throw.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On the screen, this is Mason. And they can't bring him down. Touchdown! Jordan Mason with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They can really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
Now they work this well upfield across the 45.
On first down, it's Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Second and a couple.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
1 second, all that remains.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 24.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
There he goes, left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. McCaffrey running up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 25-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. This is McCaffrey on the give. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Missed connection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Touchdown 49ers.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for two here.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Warriors 70.
Looking to throw.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They have not seen that much today. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 37. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
142 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's 3rd down and 4. They go play action here. Purdy. That is caught.
Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said?
And it'll be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. They'll run here with Mason. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
Let's go now.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll run again with Mason. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He finds his target, Beckham. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Hawk 70.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Rams first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
19 tight.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. It's caught. Beckham. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
He'll try again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
They'll try again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. Now they'll change things up. They run it with Mason. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jordan Mason, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the ground, McCaffrey trucks over him, and he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's McCaffrey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes your offense get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They'll run with McCaffrey.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
So here's Mooney back out there now to send this one away. And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Count 19. Ready.
He's back to throw. That is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Eluding the pressure right.
This ball intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.